Fling golf fanatics around the world, are you ready? Welcome to the show that kicks in the door to the biggest World League fling golf season yet. This is WLF Unleashed with the Hardcore Harveys, the official podcast of the 2026 World Fling Golf League Pro Tour. We're diving headfirst into the 2026 season, from the 4 major tournament events that define champions, to the regional battles where legends are born, to international pride on the line in the Britain's Cup. You want the inside scoop on WLF? We've got player interviews, venue breakdowns, and exclusive updates straight from the WLF commissioner himself. But we don't stop there. Whether you're chasing a title or chasing your first perfect fling, we're bringing you tips, techniques, and proven practice strategies to level up your game. Every throw, every round, every time. This is more than a show. WLF Unleashed is the heartbeat of the tour, the voice of the players, and the home of fling golf fans everywhere. So aim high and let it fly. Because the season starts right now.
All right, what is up, Hardcore Nation? Welcome to WLF Unleashed, the podcast, episode number 6. We are your co-hosts, Hardcore and
Mrs. Hardcore, the teacher.
the teacher. How you doing, babe?
I'm good. I like the Warren G. That was good.
Yeah.
We did we just age ourselves?
We did. We were rolling back in the day. We rolled back in the.
Thank God cell phones weren't a thing back then, because
I can't even imagine the videos that would have been collected if that was the case. Like, thank goodness there's no evidence.
yes, amen.
But listen, the Warren G was a little bit because of what we got sitting in the garage.
True.
So we're awfully excited.
We have a race car.
We have a race car. You can't be depressed when you have a race car. So something we've always wanted for a long time, or I've always wanted for a long time. And
Well, I'm not sad about it.
right, I kind of talked you into it, but then
I'm very cool at school now.
you're probably like the coolest
I
8th
am.
grade English teacher of all time.
Right.
Rolling up in your
Wow, Miss Harvey, is that your wheels?
rolling up.
Look
in,
at your whip, Miss Harvey. I'm like, oh, we're still using that word? Cool.
so you have a whip? You have a whip?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we
I
got the racing stripes and everything. So it's like, so anyway, all right. So anyway, hey, so enough about that. Or we could talk about the car for
I was
a
going
while.
to say, we're just two old people trying not to be old.
Yes. So anyway, that was that. If you wonder what the heck the Warren G was about, the regulators were about the car. So anyway, so big show tonight. Big
Yeah.
show tonight. We purposely had fewer guests because last episode went
Well,
way
so
too long.
This is the thing about you. If people haven't already figured it out, you like to be robust in all you do. So, and that's also part of the teacher thing, because we are trained to be overly prepared, and you do it well.
That's true. You're never going to accuse us of not going all out. That's probably true. So, so anyway, also got the new hat. Got the new hats. So we've got the official Team Hardcore hats now. You should have wore that during Regulate. That would have been
I
better.
kind of like this look.
That is a good look.
good.
Nice. So anyway, so we got the new team hats. Listen, I want to say real quick, first off, you have been working your behind off to get ready. I feel like your Low Country Open experience was too faceted. Like you got it out of the way, and then you kind of like glad you did it and glad that you got through the first one.
It's like I can breathe now.
Yeah, but then like when you came back, you were like, instead of me asking if you wanted to go practice, you're like, are we meeting at the golf course tomorrow? Are we going tomorrow? Like I was like almost
I'll go
like,
without you.
yeah, I was almost like, holy moly, like she's, but no. So Like every facet of your game right now is so much improved from just a month ago.
Yeah, I'm definitely throwing it farther.
Yeah, you're throwing it further.
My putting is low.
It depends.
Here's the word. Here's the word. Brain rot. My putting is now genuinely pretty good.
You're the only one who knows anything you just said.
Low key.
Okay, low key. All right. Well, your putting is kind of like if you get all your mechanics lined out, then you putt really well. But you have a left foot problem.
I think I know.
No,
but
you
I
have a
solution.
left foot.
I have a solution now. Though.
You do, but like I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but when anytime she lines up to putt, her left foot is about 2 inches in front of her right foot, and it always pushes her putts to the right. And like
I just think it's because I can't see.
like,
I'm genuine.
but-
I genuinely need eyewear.
I know, and I ask you if you think you're lined up, and you're like, yeah, it's right where I want to hit it, and I'm like, there is no way that's where you want to hit it. But so we've been working on that. So you got a couple things to do there, and you putted really well last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're playing much better as a team. I
mean, we're at least speaking to each other by the end now.
Yeah,
so
we play the whole
that.
round. We talk. We have fun. So yeah. So
Like, I don't want to play with you anymore. Find a new partner.
well, then we did have that. We had that one round where you walked off the last green, and you're like, I don't think you should play with me.
Right.
And I'm like, no, we were. That's the day we were plus 11. Like I was talking to Austin, and I'm like, listen, we've been hovering sometimes like +4, +8, and I said, but then
+8.
yeah, but then we had
Yeah,
then we had the +11 round, and that was really stressful because we both missed a lot of putts that round.
Yeah, but then we played again and we were
Right.
only +2.
Yeah, we went. Yeah, we did, but we still had the +11 round.
Yeah, we sure did.
We took a 9 on a par 5.
Yeah, it happens.
Like on a short par 5 that normally I can reach in 2 on our home course, and we took
we like 5 putted.
we took a 9. Yeah, so it was ugly. So anyway, so yeah, so what else? Like we're ready. I'm excited about.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, you are. You're pumped.
I'm mostly because I won't be at school from Thursday to Monday, but who's counting?
Listen, the only thing in the back of my mind that I'm concerned about, and there's nothing we can do anything about it, is the weather looks shaky.
It
But
does look a
maybe
little
that's on
shaky.
our phones down here in West Virginia. Maybe we're going to get a great report from Austin up there, and he's going to say, "Listen, the weather's going to be beautiful." Maybe we just have it wrong because we got the phone app or the weather app.
And well, let's pray.
But anyway, so hopefully, but no, we're ready to go. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave Thursday morning early, and stop by a couple job sites I got to check on our way, and then we're gonna try to get up there late afternoon, and kind of get settled in. We're not gonna get there in time to practice or anything. Maybe we could roll a few putts, but that'd be probably about it.
That's if I could do anything there,
Right.
that's what I'd want to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then, before we get into the rest of the episode, of course, we got the commissioner. We got Showtime. Showtime's going to do a great job talking to us about the American Classic course setup.
We got Scantron.
They've been, and I know that his team at the American Classic have been working their butts off to get ready for this event.
I'm looking at him right now. He looks exhausted.
Yeah. He's ready for a nap.
It looks like
at
he's
him.
got a sunburn, actually.
We can see him backstage. Look like he's been out all day on a bender.
Also, he has 2 young children.
He also has kids. Yeah. So he's got all that. And then we've got.
He's pink.
Oh, you have to hold that up during your segment. So anyway, so then we got Scantron coming on, current world number 1, back-to-back or 2-time defending classic champion.
Can he do it again?
I know we're going to talk about the three-peat. I'm excited to hear about the three-peat. And then we're going to talk to Aquajon. Aquajon is going to give us an update on, he's been out west on some type of national golf freshwater spawning pool tour. What is it? The hot springs event of the year?
It is a hot spring.
Yeah.
It's like a hot springs convention. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
I'm wrong.
Who would have known
but-
there's a hot springs convention? Like, who never heard anything about
But
that?
his hot springs only 63 degrees. It's a whole thing. You have to ask him about
he
it.
misunderstands hot springs.
But
So we got him coming on, and then my favorite, what I'm looking forward to most tonight. Sorry, everybody else.
Moosey
I'm looking
Moose.
to talk to Moose.
the moose.
Who would have thought we'd have been talking to the Moose about AI technology?
Listen.
I mean, the guy's old as dust.
Oh,
Like, like,
I was literally getting ready to say that he's like one of the smartest people I know. But
so anyway, so I'm anxious to hear about
How rude.
his journey into AI and fling golf. So that's going to be cool. So yeah, that's our quick outline of the show. But big announcement for the show and for Team Hardcore.
yes,
How about I added that little button in?
I mean, look at you, honey.
All right, so we have been super blessed to we is it reached?
It's not Rutch like you want to say.
I want to say.
I know.
You know what I want to say.
wanna
It's, okay. So we reached out to a golf shoe company that we saw some things come across some of our feeds, and we explained to them that what Fling Golf was. There's a pro tour. Guy was immediately interested in having us try out their shoes. So he sent us out a pair of shoes,
He did.
and of course if you know me in shoes, I wasn't going to wear them before.
He's a shoe guy.
So like they got to be pristine when we roll them out.
Yeah.
So we are now working with Links Performance, which is a brand new golf shoe company. These just came out this spring. They're kind of a combination. Yikes! Should have turned the noise down. They're kind of a combination of an athletic type of running shoe / active golf shoe, but they are definitely a golf shoe. And so,
Yeah, the lights are kind of really.
the
bright.
lights are really bright. But anyway,
and they're like very white.
they're super white. But listen, what I like most about them for fling golf is a lot of times, you can get like trail shoes or all-terrain shoes, and they're good, but I just don't feel like the bottom grip is like deep enough. And these are 3-tiered.
Yes.
They got 3 tiers of the grip on the bottom of them. So we're gonna have these at the Classic. We'll be donning these at the Classic.
They're like they're like a midi, so they're not like a typical like normal golf shoe. They're like mid.
Yeah, and I got to admit, when we first opened them
He's
up,
got weak ankles.
so when I got to admit, when we first opened them up, and I kind of put my hand down in there and kind of, how you do the sole test or whatever.
See if it's spongy.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, these are kind of, they feel hard.
Yeah.
And I was like super worried, but then I put them on, like amazing fit. They're super comfortable. I'm looking forward to walking the course and playing them. We say that to say this, that Links Performance, we want to send a thank you out to Brian Kelly, who was the gentleman we talked to about it. And we've kind of highlighted all of the things that this new Links F1 shoe, or P1, this P1 shoe has technology-wise. I don't know what any of those things mean yet, but I am anxious. I tell you, the thing I'm anxious to is the carbon plate in the sole, because they actually, I can't remember the name of it, but there's like this athletic sole you can put in your shoes. Like it's like a carbon fiber thing. It's supposed to make you like jump higher and run faster. So like I'm excited about if I can get any more shove.
Maybe we can get.
If I can get any more push off the tee box.
Oh well.
Because you know how I want to throw it further all the time.
Literally all
So
the
yeah,
time.
so thank you to Links.
Maybe we can get Mr. Kelly on here at some point and
talk to him.
Tell us what all those things mean.
So I talked to him. The other day, and he is definitely interested in coming on the show and talking more about the shoe. So anxious for everybody to get a first look at them. If you want to see online, there's only 4 different color variations right now, but it is parlinksperformance.com. So if you have any interest in checking them out and seeing what all the technology is, you can jump on there and check those out. So, all right, sound good?
Yeah.
Ready to roll? So as normal, we're going to get rolling with the WLF commissioner himself, Mr. John Prulidge, and he was feeding the dogs a minute ago, but I see he's made it back. So we got the commish. We're going to talk a little bit about the Texas Regional, the Hill Country Classic that just occurred, and he's going to talk about the New Swarm Classic. During that section, we're going to bring Showtime in to talk about the course at the same time, and he's going to give us a few Britain's Cup updates, and then we're also going to bring Showtime back in to talk about a really cool opportunity for folks to get involved with Team USA and not just as a fundraiser, but it's actually an opportunity for them to win something that will include them in the entire event.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
anxious to hear Showtime.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Go
this.
through the details. I know. I've been.
Sometimes you don't tell
I
me
know.
things.
My apologies. So, all right. Without further ado, the commissioner, WLF commissioner, Mr. John Prulidge, to the show.
Hello.
Jeff Taylor, how are you?
We're great,
Good.
man. We're great. So, how's things? You get the dogs fed?
I did.
I bet
They are all set, and but you got to take care of business first, and otherwise they would be barking the whole time. They might still be barking the whole time, but yeah.
All right. So listen, we apologize everybody for having to move the last episode another week.
We had some things.
Yes, yes. And I'll be honest. I don't do well around a certain time of the year, so I was a little. How would you describe it?
Clinchy.
Yeah, I was a little clinchy. So, anyway, all right. So, Mr. Prolidge, so we got a lot going on. What do you want to talk about first? You want to go back a week or so and talk a little bit about the Texas regional event that just occurred?
Sure. Yeah. No. The Hill Country Classic that Dell and Leo. Leo was really sort of running the show locally there in Kerrville. But yeah, no, our second regional. Great tournament. Had a good turnout, and no, it's really I'm in a broad sense, I'm really pleased with how these regional tournaments are going, and we've got a bunch more that are going to be added to the list that will have news in the next few days. So, sort of save the dates. But this was a perfect. I remember Dell and Leo talking to me, and they said, "You know what? We're really going to put this on. We just finished the one in Corpus Christi. We want to do another one in Texas. It's not a lot of lead time, but it's going to be relatively casual. But we're going to do it. It's just going to be a 1-day event." And I just thought it was perfect, and it's a great to people out there that are thinking about hosting a tournament, regional tournament. You don't need. We're going to give a lot of support. WLF is. You don't need you don't need 30, 40 people. If you've got 10 to 20 people, it can work for a regional event. And the more time you have to promote it, the more people you might get. But at the same time, like sometimes you just got to jump in the water, and you just don't know, and you can't, in some sense, you can't overthink these things. They're meant to be, a little more casual and try new things. And look, if you don't want to do a 2-day tournament, do a 1-day tournament. I think it's perfectly fine, especially if it's going to be pretty local and you don't have a lot of people traveling for it. 1-day tournaments are definitely fine and might be easier to put on if it's your first time hosting an event.
Yeah, so talking about the Hill Country Classic, like again, I think the guy talked to the guys that played. I think they liked that particular 1-day format because I think the weather was atrocious. I think again for Texas, I think it was freezing cold, like upper 40s, low 50s, the wind 20, 25 mile an hour.
So like normal West Virginia.
Yeah,
weather.
I was like, yeah, you
It
guys
was
suck.
definitely nicer than it was in Boston that day.
Like, man, we play that every day. But like the highlight to me was actually a low light, and that was the Hoot Man. The highlight was he won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But the low light is they settled as a tie with he took the tie. Like, I mean, like,
Which is what did you say it was?
that's like kissing your sister. Like,
Ew.
I would no. Like, listen. I already told Todd Naff, Todd and Hooter tied. I told Todd, I said, listen, you and I have played 2 out of 3 rock paper scissors. If it was too cold to go play another
Somebody
hole,
was winning something.
we would have settled it somehow, flipping quarters or something. But there would have been somebody would have won.
Yeah, I remember. So I was on the phone with Dell's daughter because she was tabulating the scorecards, and it was funny because it was the first time on the back end where, and we've done this to people out there that when we go to playoff holes, and because everything gets focused on the playoff hole, you don't have time to set it up in Golf Genius, so it's almost like people are just left hanging, and then they find out on social media who won it. We eventually post a score there, but right, I felt like I was in that position, and I'm like, well, who won? So I had Dell's daughter on the phone, and she's like, "Well, no, they're just keeping it as a tie." I'm like, "They're what?"
Yeah,
And
nobody won.
she's like, "They just wanted to get off the course. It was
Yeah,
miserable weather. They were cold. It was a long day." And I'm like, "Really?" But
and I think they wanted a sandwich.
yeah,
Like they were.
yeah, they were
I think they
hungry.
were.
They were tired. They were
I think they
cold.
were
They were
starving.
hungry. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Easy,
so
easy
yeah,
for me to say, but yeah, I was looking for a break the tie.
that was a cool event. There's some other regionals coming up. I think you're going to mention. We're going to spend more time talking about them on the May 12th show.
Yes, but just a few that we've got coming up, and I'll sort of go through the list, and we'll have sort of a definitive list, uh, but we have the two coming up. So after the Newsworm Classic, we obviously have the doubles championship, not a regional, but the doubles championship at Cape and Springs. The next weekend, we've actually got two regionals in different parts of the country. So we've got the North Carolina Open that the Nortons are hosting. And then we have Johnny Sands is doing the Fox Den Pro-Am out in Las Vegas, New Mexico. So that's a great one. He's been thinking about doing a tournament for a while. So that's a great addition to the regional schedule. A bit further out, we've got in August, beginning of August, we've got the Tulsa Twister out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we've got another Texas regional. That one, French Scott is, and others are in Tanner Rusher, putting that one on with the help of a few other people. We've got another Texas regional in Waco, the Hooter Hearing Open, and then we've got the Empire State Open in New York. That'll be in sort of mid to late September after the Britons Cup, but before Missouri. And then we've got a final regional in Texas early November. So I think that brings us to a total of 8 right now. And there can be more. Like if anyone's interested in adding to that list, like we've got the more of these we do, I think we've got a pretty good, support package for those, as well as, people are open to trying different things and format wise, et cetera.
I feel like where this is headed is there's going to be in the future, there's going to be like 4 quadrants. There's going to be one giant tournament at the end of the year where the 4 quadrants of the United States play for like world domination.
No, exactly. And I think, one thing that's ongoing is we're going to start, all of these things, points wise, the regionals, and start releasing information on people that have competed in these things. And, we don't expect people to travel the country for these 8+ pro series. That's not the expectation. But we also want these things to matter, not only at the event, but, I think for especially these ones that are attracting a lot of amateurs, which the first 2 Texas ones definitely have. I think those are great. As giving people something to compete for, and seeing how that tracks over time, and trying to acknowledge people that are doing well, not only in the Pro Series tournaments but these regional ones as well.
Yeah. I mean, you went from having 10 events last year, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're only going to have 4 events," but it's kind of turning out with the regionals picking up that you're kind of back to having just as many events, possibly maybe even a couple more.
I think right now with all these regionals, we will have actually more events than we had last year, which is great. And once again, I have hopes that a couple other people will come out of the woodworks and want to do something, later in the summer, later or in the fall. Because just the more of these things we can have in different places,
Sure.
I just think are great. And that's why I just want to let people know, like the bar is not high. You don't need to have a bunch of people travel to them. If you can get, even 10 to 15 people, it can be a one-day event. And, it's a stepping stone then to building something. Cause that's the thing. Once you do one in a region, it's easier to do another in the region.
All right. So let's move on to again, we're still fairly new. We're just barely a year into this total. And from my perspective, what's coming up is the crown jewel of fling golf. Like for when you hear everybody talk about it, it just seems like the ACGC event is the one everybody marks on the calendar. And I could be all wrong, but just in conversations and how everybody kind of
I would agree
you
with that. Yeah.
you kind of get that feel, don't you? So, all right, so we've got the New Swarm Classic coming up
Yeah.
this
No, it's
weekend.
the fifth New Swarm Classic, which is
Yeah.
amazing just to think. It was not quite 4 years ago, and that was one of the reasons it's special is that was the first one, and that was the one that for a lot of people, the community's grown by leaps and bounds since then. But at that point in time, I mean, we were coming out of COVID. There'd never been an organized tournament. There was a growing community that was really living just on the Facebook players group. And so just a lot of these people, unless they live like down the street from you or in your same town, had never played together.
Yeah.
And I just remember, and it was going back. We had conversation with Austin about hosting that tournament, and the crew there, Britt and Brandon, the Morrison family, and it was the perfect choice, the perfect venue for that first tournament. And I'll remember it as rest of my life, that first morning, sort of waking up in the condo right on the course and just seeing the signage that we had, and that it was like all the people showing up just to play. And this tournament hadn't even started, just to play practice rounds and meeting each other in person for the same time. And it was special. It was just everything felt real, more
You guys
real than it probably had ever felt before.
You need an orange jacket. Like this could be like the event. The New Swarm orange jacket. That's what you could play for.
Exactly. Was it even
All
a
right.
jacket? Some other article of clothing.
A kilt.
Kilt. Yeah.
Aqua John would like it to be a kilt. All right, so listen, I pulled up on the screen the 2025 New Swarm Classic results in all three categories there. Of course, last year Sam won his second in a row. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this in the men's division, and then Austin was second. Neil Little was third. Hooter was fourth, and Jake Anderson and Mike DeRusha rounded out the top five. And then in the Masters division, Greg Arndt got his win. Brian Sanders was second. SVL and myself tied for third. Just Summerfield then rounded out the top five in the Masters. And in the women's division, the Queen, Britt Hammond, finished first. Amy Lewis was second. Christina Summerfield was third. The Lala was fourth. And Rosie Flores rounded out the top five in the women's division. So when you're looking at that last year's scores, John, like, does anybody in that top 10 in any of the categories jump out at you as, someone you're going to have your eye on this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of storylines. I mean, going sort of division by division. You look at starting with the men's. It's you obviously look at Sam. He's going for a three-peat, three in a row, which has never been accomplished before. Austin winning on his home course, obviously, like that's a potential storyline. But then you got a lot of people, and I feel like this is we've had five. This will be the fifth New Swarm Classic, but we've had three winners so far. And so we have other people that really have the potential to have a day, because it's a shorter course. It's accuracy is going to be much more important. We've never played it without Reggies. That's going to be really interesting to see. So I think there's a lot of other people. You take people, and just to mention a few names, like Mike DeRusha, who always plays well there. He's won the tournament before. Neil Little, effectively his home course, doesn't get to make it to a ton of events, but like he came in third last year, and there's a reason for that. If you look for one tournament where he's probably going to do the best, it's probably going to be this one. You've got other people like Zach Mulvey, He's always, a threat at this tournament. I don't believe he actually played it. Maybe he played it last year. I don't have my glasses on. I can't actually read the scoreboard from last year. But other people like a Tim Durr or John Fernandez. I feel like Fernandez's case, he's not the longest thrower, but that may not matter as much on a course like this. So you've got a lot of people that can do well. Another guy that always does well is Jack Bovich. And once again, his home course, he always plays there. That guy, first tournament, was in the finals, and actually had the low score in the preliminary round. So Jack is, he's a savvy player on this course. So men's, like, the focus, for good reason, is going to be on Sam and Austin. But at the same time, like, there's a lot of people that could be in contention here. Obadiah Harder. Like, there's another guy like that he hasn't traditionally, a couple people like Obi and Big Mac, like, they haven't played very well at that course. It may not necessarily suit their game, but they're good enough players that they're, potentially in contention. So anyway, the list goes on. So it has the potential. Take Reggie's out of the equation. It may. We'll see if it's more of an equalizing factor. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. Maybe it has no real difference, but it'll be interesting to watch. We're moving over, to the other, Masters. It's interesting because Greg switched back to the men's. The defending champion actually isn't, defending the Masters title. So now it opens it up. Jeff, you're going for, it's your fifth in a row, right? In a row.
Sixth.
No, you're right. Sixth in a row. Four last year to end, and then the fifth. Your seventh total, and sixth in a row, which certainly hasn't been done before. Somebody like a SVL, is always has potential there. It's a tough one for him, but he might be the kind of guy that on some of the longer par threes benefits from the fact that there are no Reggies. And he's certainly played that course a bunch. So you've got other people in the Masters to contend with, and then in the women's.
Now don't forget, Tomcat's coming for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, exactly.
He laid the hammer down.
And I know you haven't forgotten that. He certainly hasn't, because
I promise you, I have not forgotten.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's got some surprises planned for.
And Cutter's not coming, so you don't count old Moosey Moose out either.
No, Brian. Exactly. He's.
Wait till you see this guy's game plan later. Like, it's unbelievable what he's done. So, all right, well, listen. Now,
actually, before one more thing, I don't want to mention the women as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you've got Brett going for her third New Swarm Classic title. Not in a row, but her third title. Amy also, she's won it before too, so she's going to be a threat. You've got, Carla, who, is this going to be her first championships? The Lala's always, going to be a threat. I think, Christina, who's always played well in this tournament. She's playing with some knee issues, so we'll see if that. But she's a gamer, she's a competitor, and there's a reason why she's continues to compete even with the knee issue she's got right now.
All right. Well, listen, since we're talking about last year's tournament, we're talking about the course. Like, I want to bring on the man himself, 19-time tournament champion, currently world number 2, but previously world number 1 for I'm not even sure how long.
It was 1,000 and something days. Like he said, I can't remember exactly.
So I know he's hungry, but the first part of this, we want to talk to him about the course setup. So welcome to the show, everybody. The one, the only, Showtime, Austin Ebersol. Wait a minute.
Where's the button?
There we go. What's up, Showtime?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you, man? You look like you're a little bit wore out.
Yeah, raising 2 little ones, being a happily married man, running a family business while trying to be a top player in the sport takes a lot of work. So
yeah. Well, listen, I know just in our text conversations back and forth and some of the stuff we've seen you post online, like your team up there looks like they've just been going all out to
Yeah,
get stuff ready.
yeah. Brandon and the team is they're doing what they do. They're going to make the course be. It's nice, guys. I'm telling you. I know last year we had some bad weather. It was unfortunate for the greens, but the greens are rolling. I'm thrilled with it. But yeah, Brandon and the staff have been killing it. So make sure everybody gives him the kudos when you guys get here, play your practice rounds. Thank the Iceman for everything he's doing. I'm just the pretty face inside, but he's the man doing the hard work out there.
Wait a minute. I think I've got something. When you said that, your wife threw up like the eye roll emoji. So I don't know, like,
She agrees. I'm the pretty man.
all right. So the course is in mint condition, basically. And has there been any changes at all? Like, have you guys done anything or tweaked anything that would make it slightly different or anything people aren't used to or anything like that?
Um, no, I think it's the same yardages as last year. Um, I mean, the fact that there's no Reggies at our course is going to be huge. I feel like I would have won like 3 of them by now had we not had Reggies, John, and resets and stuff.
Cough, cough.
But it's all good. But I think the no Reggie factor at American Classic is a huge change that is going to eat people alive, people that benefit from the Reggies. The fact that you could bogey 2 holes in a row and then, Reggie par 7 and 8 and get those 2 strokes back, that's going to calm you down a little bit, get you back into a groove. But that ain't happening no more. So you actually got to put the ball in the cup, and it's going to be a very fun, challenging weekend. And the weather is starting to look better. Saturday's looking a little bit better than what it was last weekend. Sunday, very windy. So welcome to Delaware, everybody. I hope you're ready for the wind, and you're going to see why I'm really accurate when we play everywhere else.
All right. So a couple questions about the course specifically. They're kind of about the tournament, but also your personal thoughts. Also, like when you look at ACGC and the tournament environment, like is there one or two particular holes that in the back of your mind, hey, these are critical, go get them holes that might just determine the outcome of this whole thing?
It's a good question. I mean, if the Reggies were still involved, I think that gauntlet of 5, 6, 7, 8, where there's 3 Reggies on 4 holes, was always a huge momentum swing. I mean, I can recall myself where I was up by 2 and Sam would Reggie birdie 5 and tie the score, and it's such a huge momentum thing. But now without the Reggies, I mean, 2 is a short par 5, so you want to go get it. It all depends on the wind, though. I mean, some days you can be on in 2, other days you're 100 yards out. So that's the beauty of American Classic, though. You just don't know. But I would say that, I mean, 6 is huge for the women. I mean, not everybody can get on the island in 2.
Yeah.
I've seen Brooke and Chris in them. I know that they can get on in 2. But then it's just about converting and getting up and down for par. So that's going to be a fun hole. And then I make the old timers, you masters, play 162 yards on 7. So
Saw that.
I get listen, you guys get your 110s and your 115s, and I get my little opportunity here to let you guys play a 160. But
Yeah.
it's doable, and you got it in the bag, and Tab and Sean and all the great players can get there too. And Moose was all over it a couple weeks ago. He played phenomenally. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's ACGC. Nobody's ever shot under par there in 4 years. So I think that needs to be on everyone's mind where me, Sam, Hooter, Titus, we've all gone under par at multiple different courses in the men's division. I know you've gone, Jeff, a couple times in the Masters, but nobody has ever shot gross under par at American Classic, and I think that's a testament to how tough the course is.
Really?
Really.
Oh no. I just saw the light flicker
Really?
in your eyes.
Oh yeah, listen, you need ammunition. I'm your guy. I got all of it. You guys want stories? I'm giving you a story this weekend.
Okay. All right. All right. So the opposite question then
Yes.
is there like six jumps out in my mind. Is there one particular hole you feel like you could absolutely torpedo your round on?
Yeah, I mean 6 can get you because if you don't carry the sand trap, for the men, it's 100. You need 170 to carry that sand trap, so that eats a lot of guys alive. The water gets the ladies then on the second shot. I don't think it's too bad for the masters. I mean, you guys can pull it left and put it in the water, but 7 gets people though. I see so many people pull that par 3 tee shot to the left because it's 160 something yards. So you're
Yep.
trying to get more into it, but sometimes you actually over rotate, find yourself in the drink, and then for the men's division, number 2, if you don't clear the pond on the tee shot, because you need like 120 near the gold tee, but if you want to actually try to get on the green for a birdie shot, you got to be willing to risk it for the biscuit on the left side. So
Like what is the carry right there? Like what do you gotta throw it?
it depends. Like if you carry it like 150, you're going to be fine, but you're really not giving yourself a birdie opportunity then on the hole. If you want to cut the corner, you're probably carrying it 175, 180. I know the big throwers don't have issues with it. It plays great for lefties though. I mean, it's a nice little dog leg left. So the Big Macs and the Icemans and the Tim Durs, like if they hit that one line and that ball comes out rolling, they're going to be 200 yards out on their second shot. So, but I don't know. Hole 5, and hole 8, they get people. So I'm interested to see how people play those holes.
All right, so we're gonna transition here. So I've got you. I've actually pulled the commish back in. He's in a little circle down at the bottom also with the rest of us. So here are the current top tens in the 3 divisions of the world rankings. And of course, I'm interested to speak to you about this because obviously, I don't think it's any secret. You know, you very much would like to get back to world number 1, and probably no secret, very much Sam would like to keep at world number 1. But right now, I did the math. There's 9.33 points separating you two. How have you approached that, knowing that you're coming into this weekend? You've not been able to get the win at the ACGC home course. You got a lot on the line. Like, how have you managed all that leading up to this?
I'm not even thinking about it. So
Oh yeah,
I'm just going into this tournament like I would any other tournament in years past. I would stress over this event. I would want it to just be over and done with because listen, everybody who has hosted events does a fantastic job, but we are the only family outside of Aquajon who actually owns the golf course that we play at.
sure.
So making sure that you guys are accommodated, having a good time, the course is looking pristine. I mean, no offense to anybody, but nobody puts in the work that me and the staff do at American Classic. So this year, I've decided I'm going to not work tomorrow and Thursday, and I'm going to just treat it like I would if I was traveling to South Carolina or PA. And I'm just going to play my game, do what I do, put the ball in the green, and make some putts. So, haven't thought about the rankings, don't really care. They're just numbers. So, they go one way or the other. I just got 2 goals in my mind for this weekend. And if I accomplish those, that box will be checked anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Listen, I'm calling a little bit of BS on you, brother. Just a little bit. That you don't care. I know better. I know
Well,
better.
if I do what my actual goal is, then
It
you know,
still take care of itself.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the goal is to win. So if I do that, it checks the box. So I feel like I'm not reaching high enough because
Sure.
I don't want to. I don't. What if Sam gets 5th and I get 2nd, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm number 1, but that wasn't the goal. My goal wasn't 2nd place. So
Right. Yeah, but that would kind of be an empty way to get it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, you keep beating somebody, you should pass them. But I would rather do it with a win. But
I got you. I got you. Go ahead.
No, I truly believe that his biggest goal was to make sure everyone is accommodated
No,
and
I
has a
do.
good time.
I
Like I
do
truly
too.
believe that.
I don't want anybody leaving the tournament being like, oh, American Classic wasn't fun or I didn't feel welcome there. Like, I want you guys to feel that when you do come to ACGC, it is the Masters. You get that Augusta feeling to make it special. And I told John that in 2022. I was like, I just want this event to be the Masters of Fling Golf. So, yeah, I want you guys to have fun. And I hope I can get absolutely ripped drunk Sunday night. So, let's see what happens.
That's a different kind of goal.
Yeah, different kind of goal. Well, no, that's another goal off the original goal. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of goals, but only like one matters. So
All right, well, Commish, jump in here. What's your thoughts on where the points stand? Because listen, us as fling golf fans, like that, I'm pretty sure that the only thing that would make it any better right now is if the Hoot Man showed up somehow out of the blue and it became he was involved in the mix as well with these top 5 to 8 guys, or these top 8 guys that could all probably win. But
Do you know something I don't know, Jeff?
no, I don't. No,
You
and
don't really?
I don't think there's any chance of that happening.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I'm just saying it would certainly make things interesting.
No, but you know what, I think they're going to be plenty interesting regardless. And no, I think Austin's mindset is whether you totally believe him or not is the right one though. It's you got to you just focus on playing well, and if you play to your ability, like the rankings is gonna follow suit, and whether it's this tournament or the next one. And right now, effectively Sam and Austin are in a dead heat. But it's also only tournament 2 out of 4 this year. So it's not the be all end all one way or the other. But certainly if one of the two of them wins, it's obviously gonna whoever wins is gonna be number one. I think I have to double check on the math, but it's almost certain that whoever finishes above the other probably maybe even just a place.
So are there any maybe mathematical things we don't realize that could play out in any way that would affect the rankings in any of the divisions or yeah. Yeah, is there anything you're keeping your eye on?
Like what you saw is like 9 points behind, but then every time you move a tournament forward, the weighting changes for older events. Sometimes, with Sam and Austin, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have a huge effect because they've been sort of back and forth for so many tournaments. Um, but it's sometimes you almost have to look at it virtually going into the tournament, which we don't publicize those things because it changes the weightings for how they're going to look afterwards. With the only thing you don't have in there is the results of the tournament you're about to play. So sometimes you have certain things that will move one way or another, and it may look like somebody is. And I'm just I'm not saying that exists or that, but may look like, oh, I'm only like a point behind somebody in the rankings, but virtually, actually, when you actually look at the next tournament, and you may take a tournament that is now weighted less because it's further in the past that you may have gotten a lot of points from, that lowers. So you may have virtually actually been like 10 points behind instead of a point behind.
I
Um,
got you.
that I don't think that's the case with Austin and Sam in terms of like they're pretty much a dead heat going into this one. But things like that. So I don't I can't say for this one I've really focused on a lot of other in terms of I always look out like, okay, what's it going to take to have a new number one in the other divisions. I think it's pretty hard uh, for either Brit or you to lose the number one ranking regardless of performance at this tournament. I don't want to say that's 100% true if you come in like really low, but which is not going to happen. So I don't want to say there's no chance, but it's a pretty remote chance. Other times when it's sort of neck and neck, I spend a lot of time looking at that.
Sure.
And something will have sort of teasing this, but something that still in the works that will we'll have some things in May that we're gonna release that are going to provide more transparency to this for people that
I got
are
you.
in this kind of stuff.
Sure.
So that's a very vague tease to something that we will probably break and announce on the next WLF Unleashed podcast.
All right.
Because I always like to break something on this podcast.
I know it's awesome. I love it.
I will break something now, which is the fact that it's a work in progress, but we're going to do some live streaming on Sunday, the last day of the event. And we've done live streaming before, but we've never done it using Open Broadcast Studio, where we're going to try to have multiple live streams
OBS.
That basically will, at the same time we can switch between cameras. So we're going to have, Rick Wilson, who does, a lot of people have met him down in Florida. He was at actually the New England tournament as well. So a couple tournaments. He's doing more in-house marketing stuff. He's going to be running that. We're also going to have James Witherite, who's no stranger to people that have been at this tournament the last couple of years. In addition to the PA stuff, he's going to help us with the live streaming, doing commentary as well. He'll be manning one of the live stream cameras on the second day, and if it all goes right, it'll all be basically in one feed going out to YouTube. This is something we've done some sort of practice runs, but it could be a little rusty on the first attempt at it, but it will, we'll do some practice stuff on Saturday, but we're definitely going to try to do these more of these at Pro Series tournament if we don't have an actual TV film crew.
Well, listen, I'm gonna throw you a slight curveball because I feel like it's a better transition. We're gonna actually get ready to bring in Scantron right now, and then we're gonna pop back and talk a little bit about Team USA Britain's Cup stuff. But so we're gonna actually get ready to set this up. So Scantron, Sam Scannell, 15-time WLF tournament champion, currently ranked world number 1. I feel like I should give him a little gangster intro music as the world number 1. So we're gonna bring in Sam here. Let me add him to the mix here. So welcome to the show, Scantron.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, awesome.
My phone because it started to overheat, but
okay. Like you threw me a curveball because earlier you were like on the phone. Now you got a headset on.
Yep, got my gaming headset on.
Awesome. So listen. So yeah, you've heard the conversation up until now. Like we've talked a little bit about you're the 2-time defending ACGC New Swarm Classic champion. What's your thoughts on the 2 wins leading up to this year, and what's your thoughts on being like the Chicago Bulls and three-peat?
I was about to say that. That's wild that you did.
Yeah, no, I'm aware this tournament's definitely different than the last 2. With the no Reggies, definitely a factor. It's definitely going to change things up. I think it's good to think about the possibility of a three-peat, or yes, I want to win, because you want to think about every possible outcome and try to make sure you're able to handle what situation you might be in the moment. Like if I'm down a couple strokes and need to focus and not get frustrated, or vice versa, if I'm up a couple strokes and I need to relax, like you want to be able to know how to function in each situation.
Yeah. So, hey, let me dig a little deeper on that comment, because so would you rather be, based on what you just said there?
I know what you're saying.
Would you? Yeah.
You're about to say, would you rather be the chaser, or would you
rather be the hunted or the hunter?
Yeah.
Well, I've definitely been the hunter a lot, trying to chase Austin. Being one, I mean, there's definitely a different feeling of being hunted, because you have that, like, everyone's looking at you. So it's that different mindset of try to block out that noise, whether it's hunting or hunted. But if I had to choose, hunting is more fun, but hunted is the situation you want to be in.
Sure, absolutely. That's a great answer. That's an awesome answer. So, do you feel like that the reason you've had so much success here, 2 wins, chance for a three-peat, the course set up for you particularly well? Like, what do you feel like it is about this place that you just seem to be able to put it together?
I really love ACGC. I think being a long thrower helps a lot with the course being short. Even the very first year when Mike DeRusha won, he had an amazing comeback in the last 2 holes because of Reggie's. Like that first tournament there was a good learning experience because I was ahead by 4 strokes with 2 holes left with hole 8 and hole 9. And he got the Reggie birdie and I bogeyed. That's a 3-shot swing on 1 hole. So that right there isn't possible this year. So that just, yeah, like I can throw out different situations, but it's,
that would have derailed me right there. Like I mentally would have been derailed. Like
I
bam,
finished
bam.
bogey. He finished Reggie birdie, Reggie par. It was a
Yeah.
5-shot swing in 2 holes.
Yeah, Mad Jeff would have definitely showed up.
But no, you learn from that one, and then you come back and you win the next 2, and you try to go for 3 in a row this time.
Yeah. So what do you think? Okay, so let's play that out. Chance for 3 in a row. What are going to be the keys for you this weekend to be in the position where you can hoist the trophy for the 3rd time in a row at the American Classic?
I need to remember it's 36 holes, and you can't lose the tournament on the first hole.
Okay.
No, just like hole by hole, shot by shot, not trying to look at the big picture and just stay in the moment and just let the chips fall where they go.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So right now you've been putting a lot of content out. Obviously, you're playing a lot. Actually, I think you're a little bit sore today, even because I think you did a lot. You did a lot yesterday.
Yeah, I went a little over the top with that chip in the backyard.
What's the best part of your game right now?
Right now, it's probably the tee shot is pretty easy. I've been struggling with the approach shot accuracy for whatever reason, but this last round, I got it back.
You got it back?
Yeah. No, I just, for some reason, I was missing left, missing right. If I had the right distance, it just wasn't on the green. So I think everyone has to tweak a couple things here and there.
So if Scantron's going to miss, is it going to be right, left, short, or long?
It's possible. If I'm going to miss, it's that turbo mode. It's going long.
Okay. Over. Too much.
Right, yep.
Maybe.
You're like,
Too many
with
beans.
Delaware, right? Austin mentioned the wind. That's an understatement. Like, it's windy. Like,
Oh, great.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you catch the wind wrong, like you throw some side spin and the wind happens to go that way, your 5th hole, you might end up on the 8th green.
Good for me.
Yeah.
Or bad.
Yeah. No, like, listen, last year was completely full. It was totally, the course set you up because the first day the weather was beautiful. Like, it was calm. It was nice. And then the second day, like, the wind just showed up.
Oh, yeah, it can change. Even
and like
8, 9 holes, you're going to play each hole twice. The second time around, the hole might be different because the wind might be a different direction.
On the second hole, I threw it in the shopping mall parking lot. Like, that's how far it blew the wrong way.
I'm going to try to get there in 2 and just,
I did.
Green.
I tried to get there in 2 and I pulled it left, and then the wind really helped it the rest of the way.
Yep.
So are you excited for the opportunity for a repeat? Like,
yeah, I am, but also aware that if it doesn't happen, then congrats to whoever wins, and I'm going to be happy for them. You know, 'cause, it's part of the community of fling golf.
So same question to you that I asked Austin. You know, and this is unleashed, so you don't have to be completely politically correct. So you're 9.33 points ahead of Showtime in ranking number 2. Like, what has being number 1 meant to you, and like, what does it mean to you to try to keep it?
It's meant that I can like put myself in a new environment and feel comfortable, and I don't know if that's even how I feel about it. Just trying to not make it a big deal. You know, it was nice to have it, and everyone wants to be number 1, but then you're there, and it's all right. What now? Yeah, I want to keep it. I don't know. It's a different feeling. Like maybe it comes back to you want to chase and not be the chaser, or be the
Chasey.
chaser. Not chase. Yeah, it's just a different feeling. But no, I've enjoyed it. I think it's fun to go to a golf course and say, yeah, I'm the number 1 player in the world in this, and then they say, are you the only one?
Yeah.
That's a fun response.
Right. That's the comment we get about everything. Besides, everybody's favorite comment is gay. Like, that's
Or you can't play real golf. I bet.
You must not be able to play real golf.
Right. Yeah, those Instagram haters are fun to respond to.
Well, cool, man. So yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Are you playing doubles?
Yep, yeah, I'm gonna play with Tim Durr. We were supposed
Oh,
to play
nice.
together in South Carolina, but he had gotten hurt, and that somehow winded me up playing with Rosie, and we happened to win. But no,
Yeah.
I was supposed to play with Tim, and now we're gonna
Well, honey,
go.
that's one more good news for us that he's not playing in the mixed.
Nope, I am
Right.
not in the co-ed division.
Oh
So-
no, we thought you and Kat would be playing.
Yeah, we
so-
thought,
No,
yeah.
she's not gonna come. She's saving her time off for UK. She wants to.
Yeah.
Come.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same. Except I have just a couple more days I can sneak out.
So speaking of UK, you brought it up there. Like, excited to go back this year? Like, are you looking forward to that experience again?
Just haven't been there the past 2 years. From year 2 to year 1, it just got that much better. So I just not assuming it's going to be better, but just every time you do something, you see what you can do better at and just improve on. So I just think year 3 is going to be that much better than the first 2.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, thanks for jumping on here and joining
Yeah,
us. Is there
thank you for having me.
anything else you want to say? Anybody you want to say shout out to or thank?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my parents for helping me with everything, getting to tournaments. And I know I need to be doing more, but thank you to them. And thank you to you guys for letting me come on. I hope to.
Yeah,
keep
man.
that on
Appreciate
again.
Thanks for being on here, man. We're looking forward to seeing you this weekend. I'm not sorry to hear you're not playing the mixed doubles, but I am looking forward to see you and Austin and whoever else battle it out in the
So
men's
you're
division.
telling me there's a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few days.
All right, man. Thanks, Sam.
Bye
Yep,
bye.
have a good one. Bye.
All right, Commish, you're back. So you've heard both Austin and Sam talk about their attitude and demeanor going into this weekend. What is your thoughts on the I don't really want to call it a rivalry because I know they're also friends, but like,
I think it's one of those things where, especially this tournament, because like there's history there of they've had some really really close battles, and really each of the last 3 years, and a lot of them have come down to the final hole, and even like Sam brought up, like the one where it was effectively pretty close to, like, I mean, Sam had a big lead in the one 3 years ago, the second one, and it all turned on the eighth hole. And Mike DeRusha just he basically he got, I think, Reggie Birdie, and the other guys either got par or worse, and it huge swing there, and then all of a sudden it's the ninth hole, and he's your champion. That was only 27 holes, but I do think that my best guess is it's going to be close at the end.
Yeah.
It's likely going to be close between those two, but I think there's probably going to be a third or a fourth that are in the mix there.
Well, I know
and
Durash's stick has already had some practice.
yeah, I saw Showtime posting some social media where he was doing some challenge between the Encore and DeRusha stick,
Main event.
the main event stick.
Yeah. It'll be really interesting to see, and I do think, it's one of those things, like the course itself. And one of the interesting things for me, and I know in Austin and I have talked about this too, is a lot of people for the people that are playing it the first time, and you've been in this, you were in this last year, Jeff, and Taylor, you'll be in this this year. You sort but I think you were a little bit about the course, but the people that are really going in, not having played it, like, you'll look at the scorecard, you'll see that there are a lot of par threes, that it's more of an executive course, and you look at the yardage, and you'll really, you'll underestimate the course. And the two things, Austin talked about one of them, the wind that just constantly shifts. And I think we're in that time of year where you potentially have, some even bigger shifts. And you're going to have like bigger gusts. And the other thing is that the number of greens that are elevated and protected is different from a lot of courses. And that gets a lot of people. And I've seen people that come in playing pretty well, and they come in and they don't play a practice round. And I can see it a mile away, and I'm like, you are totally screwed, because you're just
This
going to
course will deceive you in a minute.
So
You
their
are.
greens are elevated?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't mean like West Virginia elevated.
Oh,
Like,
I was gonna say, oh,
no,
okay, yes.
not what you're used to playing.
Our home course is literally all uphill.
But
Every single
no,
hole is uphill.
so
So,
I brought Austin back on because I remember last year when I walked after the first time I played, I remember walking back to the parking lot thinking, I felt like this course was built for fling golf only, and like other golfers just happened to play there. But like, because like you very much have to hit, you have to throw good, accurate shots because every green is strategically protected or placed or water or sand trap. And like, so if you don't hit the green, you've got trouble. Like,
so what I'm hearing is that we should stop at the store and buy another box of balls just in case.
I hope not. I hope not.
For me,
We got
not
them
for you.
for sale, Taylor. You can throw 'em at the door.
Fly away.
Austin,
Upsell.
how would you agree or disagree with my comments there about the first playing there for the first time last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think outside of, I would guess, Massanutten, we're probably the second busiest fling golf course in the world. Me and John always talk about the yardages and how do we bring certain aspects of the golf course into play. And it really is the most perfect fling golf course, though. I mean, there's changes we could make. I can make holes longer. I can make them harder. Which is
You don't need to. You're good.
right when you think that it's already challenging. But yeah, we're a fling golf course. I mean, sometimes we get a little bit of too much heat from local golfers who do stick their nose up at what we do. And they'll make comments like, "Oh, American Classic, there's fling golf this weekend," and all that. But they can kind of eat it because we are a fling golf course. We like it, and we also like golf too. So, shut up and play, or get the heck off the course so I can play, because I don't even get to play my own course. So you're gonna bitch and moan about it, then just leave. But no, yeah, that's pretty much what I would say with ACGC.
All right, so hey, let's transition to the Britain's Cup and Team USA. I've got a slide pulled up here that has the stuff that that the Hoop Man has put together for us to use as an opportunity for folks to not just support the team, but also have an opportunity to get involved. Austin, I really would like, if you don't mind, if you would go through and explain a lot about this, and I'm going to bring the graphic over, and I can actually click through the website if you would like, so I could show what's possible. And you care to do that?
Let me, different hat. All right. Ready.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, transition.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, we got some really exciting things going on this year. Hoopman has absolutely ran with this phenomenal fundraiser we're doing. Shout out to Titus for being the one who thought of it. So I don't want to leave out Big T or Little T, depending if you want to talk about him or his height. We'll just call him King T. But Titus and his brothers had a great idea, and Hoot ran with it. And so it's a really awesome giveaway. I don't know if you want to click over.
Yep,
Jeff,
here we go. There you go.
This is going to be a QR link that's going to be available after the podcast later. If you guys want, we are giving away a trip to London to cheer on Team USA at the end of August. That's right. We're covering your flights. We're going to get your lodging. It's going to be the most freaking fun you ever have, because you get to spend a week with me saying words that we can only say in England and not over here, because they are not really good for America at all.
One in particular I know that you're fond of.
I love that word over there, the way they use it. I'm getting excited. This is the most excited I've been all week. But yeah, so this is going to be awesome. But what we're doing, guys, is we are doing a hat, very special made hats. We have white options and blue options from Crafted MFG. That's right, crafted here in American Classic. Just kidding. Crafted at Colorado, almost like the United States. Sorry, Hooter, totally botched that. But yeah, Hooter's been talking with this company for a while. He's been wearing their hats. He loves them. He talks about how sweat-proof they are. He talks about that, it's a small family business, so they really take care of everything they're doing. And I think the beauty of this hat is it is literally specific for fling golf. So a lot of thought has been put into how to design this hat with the logo and all that. So you can get a white one or a blue one, or white and blue. We are totally cool with that. However, if you would like to enter into the free trip to London, I feel like I'm giving like a really good plug here.
There you
You
go.
really are.
You can hit the $100 to submit an entry into the raffle. It will be a silent something auction, I guess. I don't know. And Hooter's going to, I think he said he's going to draw it in July. We will have everything. I could be misspeaking.
July 15th.
July 15th. All right. I do remember some things. But that's one way to enter. You can also enter by mailing into Hooter specifically. That's a free entry that's on the site as well. So I say you take advantage of that. Maybe you send him a little thank you card for being how awesome he is. But if you want the hat and the entry, you got to get that 135 bundle right there. That's
Boom.
right. You're getting $15 off the hat plus getting the entry into the sweepstakes. And I'm telling you guys, this is awesome because you're supporting a small family business in Colorado that's making very unique hats for us while also sponsoring and helping Team USA. We're going to use these funds because it's 100% profit to the players. So that's amazing. It'll help us with our flights, our meals, our practice rounds, lodging, all that good stuff. But this is one way that we wanted to give back to you guys. And listen, if you win and you get drawn, you and one other person are literally going to London with Team USA to play multiple practice rounds with us, take in the action, and who knows, maybe I can talk Paul into getting you guys a special night out, depending on who.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, lots of cool stuff here. So this is going to be live later. I'm sure John will be emailing it. We'll be posting it. It'll be going everywhere. But please support Team USA. The European team is getting better and better and better every month. So we're going to need to get over there, practice well, kick their butt, and everybody that supports the team, like, we love you guys, and we don't want to let you down. So thank you, and yes, be on the lookout for this later today.
Yeah. So listen, Showtime. So actually, for the 135 bundle, you get 2 entries for the trip.
2 entries. Hold on. I
it's-
feel like hold on. Let me enlarge the graphic here.
It's the hat and 2 entries.
2 entries. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
I totally bought. Guys, if you're not doing the 135 bundle, I don't know what you're doing. You're going to have to hit that. That's 2 entries plus the hat for $15 off. And don't forget that mail in as well. Just got to be time stamped. That way Hooter can count it towards your entries.
All right, guys, appreciate that very much. Listen, I don't mean to cut you short, but we've got Aqua John on a short time. We've got Aqua John on a short time crunch here, and I want to get him on real quick. So I will be back with you guys. We're going to move on to Aqua John real quick. So coming up next, we've got Aqua John, everybody's favorite author / documentary connoisseur, producer. Whatever he is. So Aqua John, welcome to the show. Aqua John, you got muted? He's muted. You there? It's saying you don't have an audio source.
Yeah, I think it's on his end.
You got it? Maybe, sorta.
Either way, your room looks cool.
What do you think? You got it? Maybe. Uh-oh.
He just went dark.
He did go dark.
He says he doesn't see an unmute button.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with Aqua John. It says on our end, it shows that you're muted on your end. All right. Well, Commish, anything you want to add while we're seeing if he can figure it out?
Give him some.
Give him some time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
What do you
know
think
he's.
of what do you think of the fundraiser?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. No, I mean, what a great idea,
It
and
is.
I think it's just it's the perfect way to get people, excited about this, but also I just think whoever wins that, it's going to be such a great trip, and everyone that's been on that team, and we've had in the past that people have made the trip that weren't even on the team, and had just a phenomenal time. So I can't wait to see who wins that, and just to let people know it's you'll be in for a great ride.
All right. Aqua John, are you there?
I don't think so.
All right. I don't think that's going to work. So we'll have to try to figure out how to do something with him. So all right, we're going to move on to then, in case Aqua John makes, or if he makes it back, we'll adjust. But we're going to move on to our segment on how one of the older gentlemen in fling golf managed to incorporate AI into fling golf. So with that said, we are going to bring on everybody's favorite cigar smoking master player, Brian Marchand, aka Moose. Welcome to the show, man.
What is it with this old thing?
I know,
I,
that was
I
very
barely
cute.
qualify, man.
I told you I was going to heckle you about it, man.
I know. Well, you know what? You keep it up, I'm going to hit you with my cane. And by the way, stay off my grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, get off my lawn.
All right, Moose. So listen, nothing to do with your age because I would be the same. If I was looking in a room full of people, I would not have picked myself or you as the guys who were going to do something with AI to help me get better at fling golf.
Oh, I am.
How in the world did you do this?
There is a serious geek side to me. Most people don't realize that. Yeah, it's no. We're gonna geek out here tonight, boys and girls. We
Awesome.
are. Yeah. I've always been someone who likes to dabble. My daughter will tell you I have a lot of hobbies, and so I get into things, and AI just seemed interesting to me, and you've seen them. Anybody who's played with me have seen. I've been using these course books when we play tournaments. Shout out to Strackaline. This happens to be the Old South golf course one, and I find them really really useful. Keep notes and things. And I don't know if I was watching something and heard it or read it or what, but there was something about using AI for analytics for like golf. And I'm like, I wonder if I could do that. I wonder what it would give me. First of all, how much does AI know about fling golf? Surprisingly, a lot. It doesn't get everything right, but yeah, it actually knows quite a bit. And so I just started playing with it, and it's been fun. It's been a little bit of an obsession. You can ask Sherry about that. You can ask Bulldog Mama. I think she's a little concerned, looking maybe at an intervention. But
So listen,
yeah,
go ahead. I set you up with the AI with how you used AI to recap a tournament you've already played.
yep,
And then I've made a slide for how you used AI to get ready for the tournament coming up. And then I also set up a slide for you how you are using AI to prepare for a future tournament. So this first graphic right here, tell us about what you did and what this told you when you were looking at the Low Country Open.
So this was actually one of the big reasons why I started using this, because I knew nothing about Old South. I've never been there. Haven't played any golf or fling golf in South Carolina. So I wanted to take a look. And their website was okay. It had some flyover videos, but not a lot of information. And so I just plugged in AI. What do you know about Old South Golf Course? I'm going to be playing fling golf there and everything. And it starts spitting out all this information about Old South, what to watch for, which holes have the marshes. The low country roll apparently is a thing that the fairways, especially in March, just keep rolling. Watching for the wind. American Classic is not the only one that's got a lot of wind. And if anybody remembers Hole 7 at Old South, we know how the wind plays that. So yeah, it really prepped me for a lot of information going in. And so I took that as well as strategy, right? It taught me a lot of things like, for instance, stop hunting the pins on the green. Go for,
Gotcha.
look, I'm not a sharpshooter. I'm not the long distance guy. So go for the center of the greens, right? If you get in trouble, no hero shots. Get out of trouble, take your lump, take your bogey, and go on to the next hole. And that happened to me on 7 on the first day. I put my ball in a bad spot, and instead of trying to punch through the trees, I remembered, hey, don't try the hero shot. Just punch out. I laid up. I got up on the green, took my bogey, and moved on. So yeah, it just really gave me a lot more confidence going into a course that I knew nothing about.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the second graphic is what you put together for ACGC. So how did you set up? What did you type in, or how did you set it up for that?
A lot of the same way. Basically, you tell it the course, and it goes out and searches what information it's got. And what was nice about this was I have, experience on this course. I had practice rounds. I had rounds from last year. So I had to massage it a little bit, tell it the yardages for fling golf because, thank you, Austin, and the group over at ACGC for having fling golf tees set up and in 18 birdies, which is great. But, I had to plug all that stuff in and then also feed it information. Like, I want to give a quick shout out, if you don't mind, to a website I stumbled across, AI driven again, parthecourse.com, Blake Bullis. He and I chatted real quick. Basically, it gives you a layout of the course, and you can probably just about find any course in the country, and it gives you some strategies of where you can land your shots and what shots to play or what clubs to play. It's golf centered, but I took some of that, threw that into AI, and it started giving me stuff like, okay, well, here's your playing strategy. Knowing how you play, because I explained to AI, here's my usual yardage. I've got, knee issues. I've got shoulder replacements. So yes, I am old apparently. So, so you give it all this information, and it really starts to take all of that and give you very, very customized information. And if you don't like it, go back and say, now, hey, let's change this, let's massage that, let's play around that a little bit.
So have you found it to be pretty accurate since you ACGC pretty well? You've played there a good bit. Like the feedback it gave you, did you find it to be pretty accurate as to what would be helpful?
Yes and no. Some of the information that it got, it misinterpreted as far as like where hazards are, where the water is, and I had to say, well, okay, no. Like for instance, hole 8, which ate me alive last year. I put it in the sand, of course, and it was thinking that this bunker was just on the right side in the front, and I had to explain it. Oh no, it's all the way across.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, that changes things. I mean, literally, it will say that, right? Oh, no, that changes everything. No, now you don't want to aim left. You want to aim over. You want to be landing center or long, going to the backside. So yeah, you got to kind of tweak it a little bit. But once it gets the idea, yeah, it gives some really good information. Like, you're looking at hole 1. I I really kind of came into the practice round a couple weeks ago that Austin mentioned, understanding, okay, well, yeah, I got to throw it harder because I'm usually ending up short. So instead of throwing it, the Masters is 117, I had to throw, 125, like it was saying. And, I'm hitting the green. It's like, oh, cool.
Hey, it works.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, this stuff works, man. This is cool. My caddy actually is smart.
Well, listen, my favorite slide is the last one.
Oh.
And that is you've already developed AI for the Greencastle course. And then you've also developed a 10-week practice plan that would help you get ready for that particular tournament.
Yeah, this graphic, the graphics on this one. So I'm gonna, big props to the AI platform Claude. ChatGPT is great for analytics. Gemini is good for my ego, but Claude is fantastic for these kind of graphics. And so, yeah, so I've been playing with them all, right? Again, obsession. So it spit this out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. I'm taking this everywhere. Now, the 10-week plan, I will say it would be nice if I were actually doing this, but it's like I'm probably going to be starting around, week 5 or something like that. I don't know, we'll cut it in half.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I had to do this again because I've never played Greencastle, but we went to go play it a few weeks ago with the Lala, and I already had some of this information in my notes, and I'm like, yep, it's spot on a lot of these things, So yeah, and then what you do is once you go take a practice round or you've played, you plug that information back into the AI and say, okay, this is what happened. And then it'll give you a post-round analysis. It'll break it all down for, okay, here's where your misses were. Here's where, your pluses and your minuses were. Here's what you need to work on. Here's what worked. Yeah. It's phenomenal. That's really awesome. Is. Yeah, it really is.
Well, listen, folks, if you want more information on this, hit Moose up because he sent me a lot more than I could actually be able to show on the show tonight. So like he could give you hole by hole for this weekend's tournament. I know he'd be happy to share it with you maybe after the tournament. He might not share with you before the tournament.
I can't share everything. I mean, come on, man. I need an edge.
Hey, I don't know if you saw the comment, but Gary Callis Jr. said he'd be happy to help you also develop that technology or that strategy further. He works with Claude. So, dude, this is awesome stuff.
Yeah. Hey, can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
I want to say that I understand that this isn't going to be for everybody, right? Not everybody is going to buy into this idea of analytics and playing, data driven and all that. A lot of people play by feel. I'm kind of hybrid. I like, I love the data, but I also know every day is different. Every game's different. You've got to play it. But what this is helping me do is know my game and figure it out. Yeah. Because
it's almost like you're designing your round to try to manufacture a certain score based on what you can and can't do.
Yeah, and that's what it's doing. It actually is giving me target scores.
Yeah.
And like I don't have it here with me, but I've got these little like what I call caddy cards in my book for American Classic. And it says, okay, after 3 holes, where are you? Are you +1? Are you +3? So adjust this way. After 9 holes, after 18 holes, where are you? These are your targets. Where are you? I mean, it gave me a whole list of target scores, both my average and what is good and what is bad for every hole on all these courses. And it's just like, this gives me something to click with.
Absolutely. It makes great sense.
Yeah. It just takes some of those things out of my head that I don't have to think about now and say, okay, well, I've got it. I've got the data. Now I can run with it.
Yeah. Well, listen, Moose, thank you so much for sharing your AI journey with us and definitely how it can benefit even fling golf, it's amazing. Like it definitely, I see the value in it. When I read through your stuff, like it made sense how it would help you manufacture and break the course down into segments and chunks. And you want to be even through here. You want to be no more than +1 here. Like it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, the scary thing is to put this in your hands.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like there's no hope for the rest of us.
Yeah, okay. Well, you already tried to derail me with that one thing you sent me. We're not even getting into that. So, nice try.
Now, yeah. Well, can I just say that I really thought your favorite slide was going to be the one that where ChatGPT said that what the weaknesses were for Hardcore Harvey, virtually none.
I would never put that up.
The fact that AI knows Hardcore Harvey so well.
I would not put that.
No, I know. Yeah, it's like it was analyzing your game at Old South. So it was like, yeah, you played solid. So. But,
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I think we've got the technical difficulty worked out for Mr. Aquajohn, and we're going to add him in here. And there we go. Welcome to the show. We're anxious to talk about his national conference, his documentary, and his book, Fling Golf Tales. Now we lost the picture.
I think he just has to walk outside.
Don't cuss. We can hear you.
Or cuss. It's fine.
All right. Can you hear me and see me now?
We can hear you, but we
hear you.
can't see you.
We could see you, and then now we can't see you. Aquajohn, how are you?
Well, I can see you all and I can hear you, but I had the volume all the way turned up, but I can barely hear you.
All right. So
there we go.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Move. Don't move.
Don't move. Don't move.
Hold your breath.
All right, Aquajohn, you're in a hotel room. Where are you?
I'm in Calistoga, California. I was outside on the deck where maybe I had a better signal, but I ran out of time and I'm late for this is a Hot Springs conference, and it gave me a chance. Some of you saw I got to play with Brian down in Santa Rosa. So I'm here until Thursday and taking the red eye Thursday night to fly into Dulles Friday morning so I can join everybody at ACGC and
how's the conference going?
Enjoy a great tournament you guys have been talking about.
How's the conference?
It was pretty awesome. Just had a soak and a massage, and tonight we're doing some kind of interesting, cutting edge vibrational music underwater that's supposed to relax you at some decibel level that's wired to the human brain or something. It's beyond me. I'll know in about an hour.
Wow.
All the hertzes.
Between Marche with the AI and him with the harmonic music therapy underwater.
Yeah.
Where's the young people? All the old people were doing all the weird stuff.
Who knew?
All right, so tell us about what's going on with the book and the documentary.
Yeah, well, first, for those who didn't see, and if you're wondering the story behind the PGA show shout out, I have no idea how they got the photo. I didn't submit it, so I'm glad they not only picked a photo of me with a fling stick, but also made it the front cover on Instagram too for their promo of behind the scenes thing. So that if you hadn't seen that, that's an incredible opportunity for us to be getting that notice to the outside world about fling golf. So that was quite an honor to see that. But what's exciting is yes, those who order your books ahead of time, great. We'll have a book signing time at 4:30 on Friday. And I'm bringing, for those who didn't get them ahead of time, first of all, shame on you, but don't worry, I'm bringing some extras, so you'll be able to get one there. And as Jeff alluded, all the proceeds of this book are going to this documentary that we started. And I have to tell you, when I got into something this massive, this big, I didn't know how it was going to go, but we've had 2 days of shooting. The first one at the school on April 13th, that was great to see the kids kind of in a classroom setting. But it was a thrill on last Friday. Liberator and I took the kids out on a local course, and to see the thrill of them seeing that ball launch 150 yards, some right out the bat, and both boys and girls, independent about which I didn't really focus on, the social aspect of the game. And when they were interviewed, they were talking about this is something we can do with a group of like the young lady she's a sports junkie. She never gets to play sports with the guys, obviously, because she's on the girls' sports teams. But now she has a sport she can play with the guys, and some of her friends who are in the band or not physically active, they're doing this now. So those were some of the unexpected storylines that we got in the first take. And everyone has a chance to be part of the next film site, which will be at the Potomac Highlands at the end of May, where we're going to kind of conclude the documentary on Friday and Saturday and see where this goes. We're getting a lot of local support. The local newspaper came out unexpectedly, took pictures of it. That'll be out in the paper tomorrow locally.
Nice.
And we also have a community foundation that's starting to help fund the film itself. So we're almost a third to our goal of the price tag, of the $10,000 price tag for this movie. So we're very excited about seeing the kids get into it and getting access to the book and hearing the stories behind the sport for me, my personal journey. And so I can't wait to share more of that, both in Delaware, when I see you guys in person the other week, and as we prepare for the Potomac Highlands. There is one stop that it's not an official filming stop, but we're having the first ever field festival at Cape in the middle weekend in May. It's a chance to kind of test the course out. And this is where our Highlandiers are coming to the forefront and helping when we get, I had 45 kids come out, which was amazing. Wow. I'm expecting at least that many to come out in the middle of May to give it a try, because they were eager. They go, when can we do this again? I'm like, well, come in a couple of weeks to Cape and Springs and you'll get to try it leading up to a qualifier for the Pro-Am at the Potomac Highlands. So the ball's running on this, and it's amazing.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on how it's taken off.
I'm bringing my teacher voice.
Yeah, bring your teacher voice. So we're very excited about seeing where this could go. So we'll keep you posted about that when we get to ACGC.
Oh, well, we are looking forward to seeing you this weekend. Looking forward to you having do the book signing with us and get some author photos. Like we can hold the book and get pictures with the author.
Yeah, there's Instagram moment, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, Aqua John, sorry we had so much trouble getting you on here, but we pulled it off.
Yes.
Go get in your hot spring with your vibration therapy.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it.
All right.
There's the book. Here's my shirt with the last year's Potomac Highlands, and I'll be dreary-eyed, but I'll be full of energy for you guys when I get to ACGC. So have a great week. Everybody stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.
All right, look forward to seeing you, Aqua John. Thanks. All right. So, Kamish, we're gonna wrap it up here. If I think Austin's still down here, I may bring him back on for just a second if he's available. Yeah, I saw he's almost asleep. I caught you. All right, Austin, you might be muted. There you go. All right. Any wrap-up comments?
I have one. We had less guests and we still talked just as long.
Yeah,
I didn't talk this.
I'm just pointing out the obvious. I mean, someone's going to say it. Might as well be me.
All right, what do you guys think? Anything you want to wrap up with?
You just got the vacuum cleaner going.
I hear the vacuum cleaner. Or the
Is that Aqua John?
Yeah, I muted him again.
The only thing I want to say is I just want to give a huge shout out to all the sponsors of the New Storm Classic this weekend. If you guys are looking for places to eat, check out Woody's in Dewey Beach Bar and Grill, Crooked Handle Brewery, Grandpa Mac, which will be available at American.
Oh, I was about to ask about the mac and cheese truck. Very excited about that.
This is crazy.
Nice.
Irish Eyes, the Pizza Kitchen, Cape and Lopin, and Bethany Blues, and Gus and Gus. So thank you to all the sponsors. We were able to raise about $4,000 this year, which helps American Classic afford the cost of shutting down for the weekend. So it's huge for us to do that, because I think that's another thing that makes the event special, is that it is truly all fling golf all weekend, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. We don't have to worry about those metalheads out there. So shout out to all the companies who are sponsoring this year. and you guys will see them. We'll have them on the tees. They'll be all over the place. We'll be promoting them. But shout out to them, and thank you guys for having me on again.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
thank
if you go to the portal page on Golf Genius, there's one of the links has a document that lists all the ones Austin mentioned, addresses, so you can go frequent them while you're there for the tournament, and show them some love.
Awesome. Well, listen, guys, we're looking forward to seeing you this weekend in a couple days. Thank you for spending again over an hour with us. Apologies again. I'm going to have one guest next time. That's it. Just one. That's it. One person. So appreciate you guys, and we will see you this weekend.
All right. Sounds great.
Bye.
All right, babe. As we say here, another episode is
In the can.
in the can.
Speaking of in the can, where's Clay Harvey at?
He might have had to work.
Yeah.
He might have had to work tonight.
Maybe.
So, once again, you do amazing. I love you so much. You're so beautiful.
Thanks, baby.
And I can't imagine doing this with anybody, absolutely anybody else.
Well,
but
I
you.
am fun.
You are fun. So, and we're actually, I mean, other than the time, we're getting better. I feel like the flow's good, the graphics are good. We just got to figure out how to get people not to say so much. Or is it me?
It might be you.
It might be me. Okay, you're gonna
You have questions.
next-
You're very questiony.
next time you're gonna run it, and I'm gonna co-host.
Well, there have been times where I need you to click that button.
All right, guys, listen, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight for episode 6 of WLF Unleashed. Oh, wait a minute. Before we finish, there's a couple comments.
Scroll.
Sam. Oh, yeah, it's going to be the dolphin thing. I got that one. Hey.
Hey, Robin.
Robin Amos. Okay, showtime, go.
All right.
You're back.
So Friday, 8:00, we're doing a little fling gospel. We're going to worship our Lord.
Yes, amen.
I know that it's not cool to some people to talk about Jesus, but Jesus is freaking awesome. So we're going to talk about him. We're going to worship. So everybody is welcome to be there, 8:00 on the practice green. And we got a really cool guest speaker set up for you. So be there, be square. Let's go, Jesus.
Let's do it. Love it, brother. Thank you,
prayed
brother.
up.
Thank you, brother. Stay prayed up. All right, babe. So we got one more comment. Mark Thompson said, "Good job, appreciate that." And Robin Tucker Amos says, "Hardcore Harveys are doing a great job with these episodes." Thank you so much. She's very kind.
I love her.
Awesome.
She's
Appreciate you. Appreciate you staying tuned in to the bitter end. From the WLF Unleashed, we are the Hardcore Harveys,
And we're out.
and we out.